Hello, CFA Nation. Gabe.
Nick, the wicket keeper.
And we are here today for yet another 3 wickets. 3 wickets. Everybody loves this segment. It's backed by popular demand. But today, you guys really didn't get a lot of my rant because, let's just be honest, England put their work in. It was ugly. You got a lot of Nick rant and stuff, but it's not like a Gabe rant. Well, let me give you a Gabe rant. Just before we got on here, I read online that the MLB commissioner Manfred is threatening the players union and all the players that he's going to shut down the season because yet another team tested positive for COVID. Oh, and by the way, TMZ, why does TMZ break all the stories? But TMZ broke a story that the Miami Marlins were out at nightclubs in Atlanta when they should have been playing baseball. That's why they got COVID, because they're out here running around. It's driving me insane. We're going to miss the baseball season. Nick, you better start really loving cricket, because I'm guaranteeing you baseball won't make it the full 60 games. It's insane.
And it's only 60 games. And it figures when my Padres early on in the season are in first place, it figures that this would happen. But as far as the game today that we watched earlier this morning for us, it at times was an improvement and at times it was like a step back. Mostly an improvement for Ireland, which it's like these moral victories for this team who is just they're undermatched. And I'm not trying to pick on them. I'm not trying to kick them all down. I just got to be honest. I got to say what I see, and I'm still rooting for them. But it's just not fair. They're outmatched. But they put up a little more fight today, especially on the batsman side, where they still got wickets early. Oh my gosh. They still got wickets so early. They were off like 11-1, and I was like, "Oh yeah, what's up?" And then a wicket, and then another one, and then another one, and I'm like, "Man, we always get like 4 or 5 wickets before the 30th or 40th run." And then you had, anyways, I'll get into that with our 3 wickets. Before I get way into it, it was definitely a more competitive game. It was a more interesting game. It was a fun live stream. The people in the comment section, Gabe, they were entertaining me to no end, so I really enjoyed myself. But let's start off with whatever Gabe wants to start off with.
You know what? I got to. I have to absolutely start off with this because I figured then it'll only get better. So let me start with the negative, okay? What did I not like? Oh, boy. What's there not to like? Once again, you know, you're undermatched. I get it. You are undermatched, and you're absolutely right. Ireland has fight in them. I got to give them credit. They have fight in them. But I saw about 3 or 4 drops. You can't do that. When you're facing a superior team, you have to play clean. That's how you get an underdog to beat a good team. Okay, it's a tortoise in the hare kind of story. You may have way more talent, but if I grind and work it out, I'll beat you because you're going to get laxed. Well, here, first of all, it doesn't look like England was laxed at all. They're not taking these guys lightly. To your credit yesterday, it's not like they came in like, oh, we're not going to take this game seriously. Oh, we feel bad for these guys. No, they're pouring it on. It's like England's auditioning. It's ridiculous. And then, again, I just felt so – I don't want to harp on the disparity between the talent, okay? I don't want to bring up the point that I already talked about where, okay, there's an inequity between what the way the funds are spent. So different teams have different resources. But what can you handle? Playing cleanly. That's defense is effort. Anybody who's ever coached will tell you 99.9% of defense is effort. We're not asking you to make the superstar catches. I'm just asking you to make the routine catches. When the ball's hit right to you and it bounces off your gut, what are you doing? I thought it was Campbell playing out there. Oh my gosh, it's so frustrating. That's what I dislike. What I dislike from the England side is kind of tough because I feel like England, hit on all cylinders. However, and you know this, in the middle of the stream, I left. And out of nowhere, 3 wickets fell. I was like, whoa, what happened? I had to get back on the stream, start talking. And I just felt like they should have closed the show out a little earlier today. You know what I mean? I was even shocked because by yesterday this time, this game was over. You're clearly a superior team. put your foot on the gas and go. You know what I mean? Put your foot on the gas and go. And I feel like, what was the boy that had got like all those wickets?
Rashid.
Was it Rashid? Rashid had got some wickets, and I'm like, all right, you know what? Keep them in there. And no, they let, they could have easily, if they wanted to, they probably could have bowled Ireland out at maybe, I don't know, maybe 160, 170. Those last few outs should not take that long if they are bowlers. You know what I mean? They're basically bowlers. They're not even night watchmen. I don't understand that. Put in your killers and go get those easy wickets. You know what I mean? But that's about it. Because, I mean, again, I'm excited to see England versus Pakistan because everybody keeps telling me that's more competition. It's going to be more on par right here. But at any point today, other than when Ireland took 3 wickets really late, really quickly, did you ever feel like England was in danger of losing this game?
I thought when Ireland's batting, when their innings started to bat, I felt like there was a small chance, and then that went away super quickly. But then when Little got those 3 wickets in a short amount of time, again, I thought there was a small chance, and then that went away. And they weren't really too in danger. I am curious though. We know in a test field, in a test ball, as it wears down, the batsmen get a better chance. I wonder if that's the same with the white ball, because it would make sense as the inning stretched on, Ireland was able to get into a groove and able to put on some runs. Anyways, so what did I dislike from the Ireland side? I don't mean this to be rude, but I'm going to be very, very blunt and very honest. Their bowlers are pathetic. They are absolutely pathetic. Besides Camphor. And even Little, he got the 3 wickets, and I was like, whoa, this guy's showing me a whole lot. There you go. You got the momentum. Go after him. But, I mean, this guy leaked almost as much runs as Young did. Young leaked 68 runs. Little leaked 60 runs. I mean, they're both like, hey, we're both in the 60s, but we're not batting. I mean, they're both going back and forth. I bet you I can leak more runs. And I'm obviously being, sarcastic here, but they did not have one bowler that can go in there and be that stopper. Even though Camphor is Mr. Everything, he was not that intimidating, that stopper, that bowler. And maybe they just don't have one on their roster. I think McBride, personally, in 2 ODIs, I mean, maybe this guy has a great history, and no disrespect to him, but I thought he's been horrible. I'm not sure what he brings to the field. He's almost a better batsman than he is a bowler, and they keep putting him in there. They don't have one guy that can just stop things. Camphor is close to that, but he's even stronger on the batting side. I mean, like I said, this guy's Mr. Everything. But that's what I dislike. I didn't feel like at any time, like, let's bring in this guy and let's have a chance. There was no this guy to bring in. As far as the England side, what I disliked was some of your big boys were not able to step up still at the bat. I love the bowlers. I love the wickets just like you do, but I also like seeing people going long, people getting 4s, people getting 6s, people even getting doubles. I just like seeing people go on the attack when they're a batsman. And you got Roy, who went down early, went for a duck this time, I believe. And then you had Morgan, Captain Morgan, nothing, went down for a duck again this time. You're playing against Ireland, and my point, they don't have the greatest bowlers, in my opinion, and you're going down for a duck? I mean, thank goodness they had Bairstow that was able to hold the fort down, and then you had the other 2 guys, which we'll get to later. But holy cow, those are the 2 things I did not like. Let's jump into what we liked, because me saying someone's pathetic, I mean, that's pretty low, but I just got to be honest.
You know what? When Nick is that strong about it, it's serious. Like, he's the one ranting, but he's rooting for Ireland. So obviously, this is 2 days of pain, okay? And it's like, you cannot you can't make it rosy. You can't sugarcoat it. You just got to be candid about it. And it is what it is. I know sometimes people get upset about it, but look, if I'm rooting with you, then I'm rooting for you, but it's got to be good times and bad times.
Show me something. Come on.
You know what I mean? Exactly. What did I like? Holy cow. We get so lucky with every single stream. Something awesome happens, right? Something amazing happened. And 2 things today happened that were amazing. Okay. We had the fastest 50 in England, right? In England, ODI history.
Saying at least, yeah.
Fastest history, 50 by Burstow, and Burstow was a dog. Holy cow! You would have thought that Nick gave him the Joe Root treatment because it got back to him that we said he didn't impress us in the first one. He impressed us in this one. Woo! What he scored? 82 runs.
82 on 41 balls. Gosh.
My man was on fire. He was playing at a T20 rate. Okay, he was just yarking, and maybe it's because he just felt so comfortable. Like, look, even if I get out, these guys ain't gonna beat us. You know what I mean? So I can go out and take some risky shots. But man, he didn't play ODI style. He played T20. You know what I mean? And I was so impressed by Burstow. On the same token, we saw something amazing on the other side. A second 50 for the future captain of England. Yes. Sorry, guys. The future captain of England, because Arab was it Arab?
Ireland.
No. I didn't misspeak. It's the future captain of England because Arab had confirmed from that his grandmother's great-grandmother's great-great-great-grandmother's sister's cousin's brother, little sister, cousin,
There's a dog in there somewhere.
Father, and then I believe there's a dog in there. They're related. So he's 1/100% English. So he's gonna go play for the English ODI team. I'm sorry, we're talking about Camper. Wow, Camper is an absolute monster. Yes, not only did he get, this is his second test match, right? And his second, because yesterday was his day. Well, the first game was his debut. So in 2 test matches, he's got 2 half centuries. Pretty impressive. And then he went and got wickets to boot. Oh, shades of Ben Stokes. You know what I mean? Watch out, Ben Stokes. Maybe Ben Stokes will never get the captaincy because I see Camper eventually making the move. People were talking about it in the chat where everybody's doing the research. Like, wait a minute, he did one of those 23andMe DNA kits, and his, great aunt Cat is related to him. Is British, so he's good to go.
You can put on the board. 23andMe came through 1% English. I love it. I mean, we were having a lot of fun with that. We even found out that he's got a cat that's a relative that's West Indies, so he's got options.
Whoa! You know what? Forget it, England. We'll take him in the West Indies. Then.
That's what I thought. I mean, embarrassment of riches. So this is the thing. I got to piggyback because, I mean, how could he not be what we like, what we loved? Camphor on the Ireland side. This guy, I was thinking to myself, and I think I might have said it out loud, but, okay, you got a 50 in your first ODI. Big deal. Fluke, probably. What are you going to do now? Someone was actually talking a little bit of trash. They're like, he couldn't cut it with South Africa. And let me get to that for a second. According to Wikipedia, the reason why he's on the Irish squad is because he has an Irish passport. That's all it takes these days is a passport. I mean, Mr. Miyagi and Karate Kid 2 got a passport the same day. I mean, come on.
Wait. So he's not actually Irish either?
According to Wikipedia, that's all it said. He's got an Irish passport.
So he's got like a great 3 times, sister cousin removed, like a pet bunny or something?
He's got the passport, man. And he's from Johannesburg in South Africa, so they called it in the stream. But this guy, obviously, he wasn't good enough for the South African squad, and so Ireland's like, yes, we'll take you, thank you very much. And so this guy, it wasn't a fluke. This guy put up 60 in this one when his guys are falling like flies. I mean, he's just looking around like, I was going to go get a hot dog or something, but I guess I have no time for that now. I was batting 7th. I was going to take a nap, get a spa treatment, maybe even get a mani-pedi. And you guys are going down right now. Cancel the appointments. I got to go in there and go to work. And, man, did he go to work. He was down 2 50s. I mean, this guy's incredible. And not just that, but on the bowling side, he got 2 more wickets today. I mean, he's literally, like you said, he's carrying everyone on his back. And I'll never forget the Padres when they went to the playoffs. Yes, they've been in the playoffs before, believe it or not. They played against the Cardinals, and the first game in a series, way back when, they had a guy named Khalil Green, who was the only bright spot of that game. They lost the Cardinals, only bright spot. And I'll never forget, on ESPN that night, they had said the only way the Padres have a chance is if you have Khalil Green batting first, Khalil Green batting second, Khalil Green batting third, and then you can imagine the rest. There's only 9 spots. So the only way Ireland has a chance is if Camphor goes first, second, third, fourth, all the way down the line. This guy was unbelievable, and he's fun to watch. I mentioned at the very end of the stream, I think Gabe had his husbandly duties, so he wasn't in the stream at the time. It's at the end of the match. There's like 2 more balls left, and he's got a smile on his face, and he's focused, and he's locked in. I really like this guy. Now, his whole career may tank, who knows, but this guy is the future captain of Ireland. This guy is amazing. And then on the England side, what did I like? Obviously, Bairstow. You mentioned it. Bairstow, history, the whole thing. He proved me wrong because I was talking serious trash. And he puts on not just an 82, but he was just a relentless assault. He's like that battleship shooting those cannons. And it's like, we get it. We surrender. No, I'm going to keep shooting cannons at you. But what I'm going to mention for what I really like, in addition to him, was that partnership at the end. They were the whole game changer. Because when Gabe steps off the stream for like 3 minutes to get his mani-pedi taken care of, we have 3 wickets go down from Little. He was belittling them to take a pun from one of our viewers. 3 wickets real quick in like 5 minutes. These 2 guys come up, and we're talking about Willie and we're talking about Billings. These guys 2 come up, and they hold down the fort. They get out their tents. They get out their stakes. They say, we're going to be here for a while. And they both go for 40. They would have got it for 50s or 100s if there was enough time, but they didn't need to anymore because they ended up closing down the shop. They closed down the store, for crying out loud. They said, give us the keys. We'll lock up, but we're going to be here for a while. And that's exactly what they did. And I feel Ireland was getting momentum. Everyone knew if these 2 guys go down, all you have is bowlers left. And, it becomes very, very interesting. If one of these guys goes down, now you have a bowler in the partnership for the rest of the way. It gets very interesting. Willie was dropping 6s and 4s like there's nobody's business. Billings was Mr. Consistent. They were unbelievable. That's what I liked because I feel like Bairstow got him most of the way. I feel like they won the match for England.
I'll tell you what I learned, okay? I learned today that I think the biggest issue, once again, goes to coaching. It's organizational. And I tell you this, I heard in the middle of your chat, I was still listening, even though I was out doing my husbandly duties, and we were talking about how people called out, and I did as well. Remember that. May have not been the most popular opinion, but people called out Jason Holder, right? You were talking about it on your stream, how one of the great West Indies players, like, look, you can't have people here on the team hope just because he's your friend. He's hurting the team, you know what I mean? And I think they just don't run these things correctly. Case in point, why this frustrating today, and whoever made this genius call, you know what? That dude needs to turn in his papers, all right? Do something else, cousin, because you ain't good at this. Not even a little bit. All right. Explain to me why the best player on your team, is it because he's got a passport to Ireland and maybe he's not very liked? Why is he batting 7th, Nick? Why is he batting 7th? Are you kidding me?
No idea.
If he had more time, he probably could have put up more runs. He had more overs. But at the end, it was like, look, I only got like 6 overs left. I got 3 overs left. What can I do? He could have, it's so frustrating. They batted him 7th. And I'm like, who's on this? Wait, no, this guy went for a duck. No, this guy went for 11. This guy went for 12. So really? It ain't like he's batting in front of studs. It ain't like, no, they've got Steve Smith in front of him. They've got Joe Root in front of them. They got Ben Stokes in front of them. They got guys I can't even put the name. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh, bro. It was so frustrating. I'm telling you what, my man needs an exodus, all right? He needs an exodus. Right now, I'm pretty sure his agent is on the phone right now trying to figure out how to get a passport for England, okay? Hold on. How do I get an English passport? Let me make a phone call to somebody. Yeah, no, yeah. Can I get a camper passport? Yeah.
Stop.
Make sure it's a little. Make sure it's
out of control.
I'm serious. I'm serious. Oh, isn't that disrespectful? Why would you back Camper 7th? I don't understand that.
I can answer the question for you if you want me to.
Oh, you know what? Thank you. That's
Okay.
what I learned, that management is inept. But what's your answer?
Okay, it's super easy. I can see Camphor seeing the lineup and going to the captain. I think it's Ball Bernie, whatever his name is, and saying like seventh. I got a 50 last time. Should I be 3 or 4? And he's looking at the roster and he's like, "There'll be plenty of time for you. Don't worry." I couldn't help myself.
Oh man, that is gold right there.
I predict you in the 15th over. You're good.
He said, "You know what? Don't even go too far either, because you'll be up pretty soon."
Cancel the Manny Petty.
Cancel your Manny Petty. Oh man, I mean, that's honestly what I learned. It was just like the management, and I'm glad somebody else called Holder out, because I didn't feel right myself, because I had just become a West Indies fan. You know what I mean? But I saw, like, bro, you got to be a leader, and part of being a leader is leading. You can't hold your head down. You got to fire your guys up, and I didn't see that out of Holder, and I'm glad that somebody else called him out. Same thing here. Like, this is like, whose decision was it that the kid that just on his debut hit a 50? Yeah, put him at 7th. You know what? Stick him right behind the night watchman. Really? Come on, man. You know what it is? I guarantee you some old dude sitting in a room somewhere, you know, he smokes a cigar, he's drinking old fashioned, and he's like, yeah, he's got to earn his stripes. Everybody's been here for you. You know what I'm talking about. Like, that's not how you make decisions. I don't care how long the other person's been there. It's who produces. Bottom line, who produces. Oh, so frustrated, Nick. So frustrated. But for me, that's what I learned. On the English side, I learned that, man, again, this team is lacking some of their better players. They don't have an Archer. They don't have a Joe Root. They don't have a Ben Stokes. Can you imagine the lineup of Ben Stokes, Bairstow and Joe Root? Throw a Denley in there, God forbid. You know what I mean? They may be there all day. They're doing a picnic, like you said. Bring some steaks along. I'm gonna be here all day. I honestly am excited to see England play Pakistan, because is it that England is so good? I mean, you got to be good. They're ranked number 1 in ODI, number 3 in Test, right, in the world. But is it that they're that good, or is it that the lower tier competition is that bad? Does that make sense? I want to see them, because everybody keeps telling me, nah, Pakistan's going to give them a fight. All right, I want to see it. So I want to see what the level of competition is when the numbers get a little bit closer, as opposed to, I just don't feel that 1 versus 11 should be this lopsided. You know what I mean?
So, great points. You're out of control, man. I hope we don't lose any subscribers that are from Ireland. So what did I helping
you guys?
No, we are. I'm just messing around. So what did I learn from the Ireland side? What I learned was that, man, I mean, I'm really struggling with this. I really am. What I learned was that they looked at some things that were awry in the first match, and they cleaned some things up. They were able to have, a better batsman inning. They were able to score more runs there. They were able to, I think they got even more wickets. I don't think they got 6 wickets last time. I learned that you can't really count anybody out, even though it looks so lopsided, because a guy like Little, he really surprised me. He was leaking runs the entire match. But then all of a sudden, after he leaks some runs, when you think the ball is not as, tip-top shape as we're told, he's able to get 3 wickets super, super quick. 1 against Captain Morgan, for crying out loud. In cricket, anything could happen. And we almost saw, it's not even close now in the final standings, but there was a point where we almost saw a serious upset from Ireland versus England. And that's what's so exciting. I'm loving this ODI format. I love Test, but I'm loving this ODI format. Even today, it was competitive, but not super competitive. But it was just so much fun to watch. But I learned that players like Little, players like Camphor, who can go back-to-back, players like Tector, who really wasn't able to display too much. He was able to get into a rhythm. They have some pieces, but they need to get some bowlers. That's what I learned, is that their team is not without hope, but there's got to be some other guys waiting in their wings. There's got to be some other guys around the world that have an Irish passport as well. We got to look into that. We got to call up, the whatever it's called. What is it? Customs or whatever.
Bro,
We got
I
to
know
call
a guy.
customs and be like, I want you to cross-reference on Irish passport and cricket playing. That's all I want. Even if they own a cricket bat, I want you to cross-reference, not mess around. But anyways, on the England side, what did I learn? I learned that, it's next man up mentality. Bairstow went out early in the first test match, but he's a dangerous guy. I mean, he's a bear, for crying out loud, no pun intended. This guy is dangerous. Like you said, he's a beast. And yes, you got him out the first time on close to a duck. I think it was 2 runs. You got Roy out, you got Morgan out, but they have so many guys. This Willie guy's really impressive. I thought he was just a bowler because he got 5 wickets in his first match against them. But no, this guy can also rake. And some people in the comments saying, I think he's a better batsman than he's a bowler. That's dangerous. How come we didn't know about this guy before this match? Probably because we're new to cricket. Who knows? But, Willie, I mean, this guy, he's a dangerous guy. They have that next man mentality where I might be the star in this one. I might be the dog in this one. I might be somewhere in between. But every batsman you get, you're going to get a serious challenge. Okay, yeah, you got Morgan out for a duck. You got so-and-so out for a duck. You got Vince. He didn't do too much. But we got so many more guys. Let's see if you can handle it. And more than likely, probably have a lottery before each match. No offense to Ireland, where they're just like, we're only going to need like 4 or 5 guys. So here's the 5 guys that get the day off. You're going to be batting 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And they're just like, yes, I got it out. And then 11. But these guys are, we keep saying it, B team and all, these guys are unbelievable. The well is very, very deep. England itself does not have a huge population compared to other countries in the world. So it's just unbelievable the kind of talent they have. I can't wait to see them at full strength, whatever you want to call it. That's going to be super exciting. If you're an England fan, you are super excited, and I'm super impressed. We hope you enjoyed our 3 wickets. Like I said, I had a whole lot of fun with this match. Everything that we do is we joke around. It's all tongue-in-cheek. We understand, as fans of teams that struggle mightily, we understand getting sensitive and getting defensive. And, hey, you're talking about my team. Those are fighting words. We're just having some fun. We're showing some observations that we have. We're probably still saying things wrong, but we appreciate you watching these segments, and hopefully we can give you something, if nothing else, entertainment. Who knows?
Definitely. I mean, when we talk about knowing about pain, knowing about darkness, I mean, Nick's a Padres fan and I'm a Knicks fan. Just go on the internet and go on YouTube and Google Knicks fans. You'll see people with paper bags on their heads during games. No joke, with the eyes cut out. People at the draft booing, our owner. And I mean, it's just, we know about pain. But as guys that have experienced pain as far as being our fandom, then when we root for a team, we want them to do well. And if we see things that are wrong, we're just going to point out those observations. You know what I mean? And that's all it is. But yeah, we say a lot of things tongue in cheek and just having fun. Obviously, Joe Root, please don't come after me. Don't come after Nick. Bairstow, definitely don't, because you're a big boy. We're talking about that shirt looked like it was 1-2 size too small, bro. He was yoked, bro. Like, oh man, if I ran into Bairstow, I would have been. It was Nick. It was not me.
We busting a Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah, bro, I'll be diming you out real quick. Okay, he lives on 1616 Water Street. You know what I'm saying?
That's not my address. Yeah, no, totally. Barmy Army, we love you. Come on, man. The warning I got the other night, loud and clear. Just don't watch my live stream from earlier today. But anyways, we hope you enjoyed this. If you did, don't forget to give us the thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. We're going to come back for some more. Tuesday is the next one, so we got a few days off. Give me a chance to rest a little bit, Gabe a chance to rest a little bit, and then we'll be back and better than ever. Don't forget to check out some other R3 wickets. We have about 5 or 6 of these so far. We appreciate your viewership, and please leave a comment. Let us know what you think. Let us know how you saw this match, and what are there just a few small tweaks that Ireland needs to make to stand a chance in the third one, or is it abysmal? Who knows? Let us know. Don't forget that. Until next time.
Ah!
It's out of control.